burnt fish? You said don't lie. I always tell them to fry my fish hard. I can't stand no wet fish. Can't eat it.
Mm.
Is that my phone?
That's mine.
It's in the micro, it's in the,
Give me a pen so I can put this subject down.
what we eating that for? Want some Broadway?
This one will run Monday night.
No, the one you did last night run Monday.
Oh, okay.
They burned our piece on the bottom. I don't like that. I can't eat no burnt piece. Pizza crust. That wasn't good. For $30.
I lost it on the phone.
All right.
What's wrong, y'all? What's the hold up now?
We waiting on him to say it.
Oh, I'm ready when you, whenever you are.
I'm glad I said something.
Got the heebie-jeebies or
You want
something.
us to sing your theme song or something?
Huh? No, don't. That's,
Watch Daddy, yes, bam.
You ready?
let me get whatever this is out my throat. All right.
Alright,
Drink
and
some of them
5,
peaches.
4, 3, 2.
I'm just when you thought it was safe. It is absolutely, positively not. And good evening to you. I am the one and only. I'm Thaddeus Matthews. Welcome again to still the most controversial television talk show in the Mid-South, in the world, the entire planet, the universe, solar system. I think universe and solar system may be the same thing. But anyway, glad to have you here with us on this week. Several days ago, there was an execution that took place in the state of Alabama. Alabama executed inmate Nathaniel Woods for the 2004 murders of 3 Birmingham police officers. That's according to what the state corrections department said. Woods, 42, did not, at the time of his execution, give a final statement. He was pronounced dead at 9:01 p.m. the local time there in Alabama. The department said in a statement also on last Thursday. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey refused to stop the controversial execution, and the U.S. Supreme Court denied a last-minute stay. After first ordering a temporary halt only minutes before Woods had been scheduled to die. Woods was convicted in 2005 of capital murder, but there were questions about his culpability. His representation at trial and his co-defendant, Kerry Spencer, said that Woods was innocent. Just hours before Woods was slated to die, Woods' attorneys petitioned the Supreme Court to block the execution, citing concerns about the method by which he was to be executed. In a phone interview, William C. Holman Correctional Facilities in Ascorbia, I believe, County. Uh, Spencer told CNN that he alone fatally shot the three officers in 2004 when they stormed the crack house where he was sleeping. A fourth officer was shot but survived. Woods wasn't involved, he said. In fact, Spencer said Woods ran when the gunfire erupted. Nate is absolutely innocent, said Spencer, who also is on Alabama's death row. That man didn't know I was going to shoot anybody, just like I didn't know I was going to shoot anybody that day, period. Activists, including Martin Luther King III, Bart Starr Jr., and Woods attorneys, had asked Governor Kay Ivey to commute his sentence. But in a Wednesday statement, State Attorney General Steve Marshall called Woods' punishment just. He took issue with those who said Woods was innocent or that he surrendered to police during the June 2004 drug raid. The falsehoods are the descriptors surrendered and innocent. Neither apply whatsoever to Nathaniel Woods, whose actions directly caused the deaths of three policemen and injury to another, is what the statement said. Justice is set to be carried out tomorrow. That's last week. The only injustice in the case of Nathaniel Woods is that which was inflicted on those four policemen on that terrible day. Ivy's general counsel said in a letter to Woods' attorney on Thursday night that the governor would not stop the execution. Governor Ivy does not presently intend to exercise her powers of condemnation or retrieve in this case. That's what William G. Parker Jr. wrote. Speaking on the phone from death row at Holman Prison, Spencer, the co-defendant, said that on the night of the killings, he and Woods had already had a run-in with two police officers. He decided to pop a pill with a Bud Light so he could get some sleep. He and Woods planned to go home once the officers got off of their shifts because they didn't want to run into them again. When I woke up, I had the chopper on my lap, he said, using slang for the SKS rifle authorities say he used to kill the officers. When I got up with the rifle. I'm in a crack house. We sell dope. This is what we do. You always have to have your gun on you at the ready if you're inside the fucking apartment. Spencer heard fumbling around in another room. He looked out the window and saw police cars, but he thought the officers were outside, he said. He emerged from the bedroom, he said, as Woods walked out of the kitchen with a knot on his head, holding his eyes. He wasn't clear what was happening, he said, but then he saw movement out of the corner of his eye. When I looked to the side, there were two police officers trying to train their guns on me, so I opened fire with the fucking rifle. I wasn't ready, or wasn't trying rather, to get shot. I got rifle in my hand. They're going to shoot me, he said. He didn't care that the men in the house were policemen, he said. You point a gun at me, bitch, I'm fixing to shoot. When I opened fire, Nate jumped as if he was getting shot. You understand? And once he seen he wasn't getting shot. When I kept firing, that nigga took off, Spencer told CNN. When Spencer was first taken into custody, he said he clammed up, but eventually told investigators that Woods was not involved. I told them Nate didn't shoot nobody. Nate ran. Nate didn't even have a fucking gun, he said. Spencer, who had a chance to hang out and reminisce with Woods on Saturday, considers Woods a brother, he said. Nate's a good guy. Nate ain't no killer. The reason Nate was down there in the dope house with us is because he needed some money. Adding that Woods had to be supervised because he was so soft-hearted, he'd give drugs away for free. But on June 17, 2004, Birmingham police officers Charles Bennett, Harley Chisholm III, Carlos Owen, and Michael Collins went to the apartment to arrest Woods. Marshall said in a letter to Ivy this week, a source had told officers that Woods and Spencer were armed and dealing crack to at least 100 customers a day. This is what the prosecutor said. Woods had threatened Owen, who had arrested him as a teenager that morning, he said. Upon learning Woods had a misdemeanor assault warrant, the four officers returned to the apartment and told Woods to come outside, Marshall wrote. If you come in here, we're gonna fuck you up, Marshall quoted Woods as saying. Chisholm went to the back and showed the warrant to Woods, who ran into the apartment, and the officers, gave chase. Woods surrendered and asked the officers not to mace him, the letter said. Collins went outside and heard gunfire. Spencer shot Chisholm as he tried to retreat. And when Woods tried to escape, he saw Collins and said, there's someone else. We've got another one right here. And Spencer opened fire on Collins, who took a bullet in the thigh as he took cover and called for backup. When help arrived, Bennett was found outside the front door, shot in the head. Chisholm and Owens were inside. They had been shot in the back through their bulletproof vests. Marshall wrote all three were dead. Investigators found Spencer in a neighbor's attic, and Woods was found sitting on a nearby porch, apparently very relaxed and carrying two 22 caliber bullets in his pocket. Although Woods was not the shooter, he was hardly an innocent bystander, is what Mr. Marshall wrote, explaining that Woods allegedly bragged about the shootings, threatened a sheriff deputy, and composed drawings and songs boasting of the killing. Spencer's jailhouse interview came a day after the death row inmate wrote a letter from prison in which he said, Nathaniel Woods is 100% innocent. I know this to be a fact because I'm the person that shot and killed all three of the officers. He closed by writing, don't allow another innocent man to be executed if you can do something to put a stop to it. This is my most fervent prayer. Tonight, I want to deal with unjust justice. Was the execution of Nathaniel Woods, was it just? What is your feelings on capital murder and the use of the electric chair, the use of hanging, the use of lethal injection. It has been my thought in the past as a proponent of capital murder or capital death that if you had absolute facts, if you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that a person was guilty of murder, then fill him with that juice, set that cord in the wall and electrocute him. But then again, I have to take another view at it because of the many persons who have sat on death row unjustly, many who have lost their lives because they just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I have no issue if you kill a child, if you murder someone senselessly, and all of the facts, all of the evidence point to the fact that you are the guilty person. I have no problem in seeing you, excuse me, in seeing you executed. But in this particular case here that we're looking at, we find that here's the guy who was with Nathaniel Woods that night, Mr. Spencer, who says, he didn't shoot him. I killed everybody. Should this man have lost his life? I'm going to be opening up the phone lines shortly on this one tonight because I want to hear your views on the death sentence. Found out also that it came out this morning that Governor Kay Ivey, Levy, whatever her name is, has been diagnosed with lung cancer. So hell, she'll be dead soon, a damn self. But is it just? Is it just? What are your views on this subject? Again, if you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that an individual has committed the heinous crime of murder, taken the life of someone, has raped someone, has taken the life of a child, kidnapped a child, you're selling drugs in our community, you are a repeat offender, and I'm not talking about the small dope boy, but you're bringing dope into our community, then I have no issue with you being electrocuted, sticking a little juice in your arm, or whatever the case happens to be. There are crimes, and I think that to some of the crimes that is going on in this country, that if the death sentence was carried out quickly, swiftly, if we didn't have all of these appeals in place, that it may would become a deterrent to crime. But when you got to wait 20 years before you are executed, then it is no deterrent. But tonight, we're going to deal with this. And we go back to the prosecution. It was something I had in my notes that there was a public defender that represented Mr. Woods, who had never tried a capital murder case. So you got inadequate defense. You don't have a defense. And see, I have a problem with public defenders in a way. Public defenders are paid by the same folk who prosecute you. There is nothing sensational that most of these guys are going to do. And I was looking at something somebody was saying here on Instagram. But somebody said, but why preach the commandments? I don't know what you're saying. Maybe you're talking to in reference to thou shalt not kill. I believe that thou shalt kill when the killing is necessary. If you are coming at me and you're trying to take my life, I ain't gonna pray for you. I don't want Jesus to do nothing for you. Jesus, give me the strength to pull this trigger. That's all I want Jesus to do. Okay. So when we talk about thou shalt not kill, yes, thou shalt kill if thou trying to take my life or take the life of someone in my presence. I shall kill you. That's the commandment from the book of Thaddeus, chapter 1, verse 1. Will kill you. So this is something that we're going to talk about on tonight, and I hope that those of you who are viewing me on television and those of you who are viewing me tonight on the various forms of social media, that you will engage in this conversation when I open up the phone lines. T, can I take a break right here? Or you want me to go a little further?
You can go ahead and take a break.
Huh?
You can go ahead and take a break.
Okay. When I come back, we'll talk just a little bit more, and then I want to open up the phone lines on tonight. Get your views on the death penalty. Get your views on the situation behind Nathaniel Woods. I'm Thaddeus Matthews, and we'll be back after these commercial messages. No, the TV is not back live, Cunningham. This show is being taped as live for you, those of you who are on social media. But this show will probably show on television on Tuesday night. What's running on TV tonight, T? Last night?
No, not last night, when you talked about the $40 hoes
The who?
around the world and all this stuff.
Am I talking about what?
The $40 hoes. You said something about around the world, cause somebody, they laughing at it, but I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. Somebody's watching it on TV?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Whew. They'll move that over just a little bit, either this way or preferably that way, so I can see that number.
That,
Yeah. Rowena Wilson, I did not tonight do the continuation from the husband. I thought this was a greater subject And what do you think? You think I need to do that before the show is over with, or?
You can. Let's get the business out the way. Get the important stuff out the way.
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, that can hold.
That was so funny.
You ready? I'm ready.
What Herbert Jones song from?
She said, you ready?
Am I calling a couple back? I probably will in the latter part of the show, according to how this goes. I may make that call from that last night. Okay. Eric Wilson, good evening to you, brother. I see you on Facebook. Now, when you get ready to run for office again, I heard you're getting ready to run for school board. Bring me some money. Those of you on Instagram, did you all enjoy the Fuck You Friday today? Good. And happy Fuck You holiday. Praise the Lord. All right, I'm ready whenever you're ready, team. These sets are going about 35 minutes.
Well, that was 15 minutes.
How long was that?
15.
15.
Hell, it sure felt longer than that to me. I thought it was, because I wasn't watching the clock, I thought it was about 25. I knew it wasn't 35. All right.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. On last night, I spoke with a couple, and I'm going to make that call back, but I wanted to deal with this issue as well. I spoke with a couple. Lady called me last night in the latter part of the show and wanted to tell me about she whooped her husband. I said, oh my God, you whooped your husband? I'd beat your ass. Now, I'm sorry. You hit me, I'm hitting you back. Amen. Now, praise God. Don't, what my mom didn't teach me? Don't pass a lick if you can't take a lick. Did your mom teach you that, Dale?
Yep.
Yeah, you always was the one passing the licks.
You
Though.
was starving.
Okay. But I was taught that as a little boy. Don't pass a lick if you can't take a lick. And a lot of you women, you want to hit a man, but you don't want that man to hit you back. Keep your damn hands to yourself. I'm going to give that couple a call. I talked with the husband. He was just weak as water to me. I said, Lord have mercy, where does man come from? Sometimes, I said, man, why you let your wife hit you? Why you let her whoop you? Sometimes I don't be doing right. Why this nigga run? I don't be doing right. And she whooped me. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta get off the phone because I gotta go finish cooking. But yeah, I got their number down. I'm gonna give them a call in just a little bit. His name was Jerry Green. Okay. But I want to discuss this because this is an issue. It is in the news, and I want to get your particular views on this particular subject. In fact, I think I'll just go ahead on and open up the phone lines even right now and allow you all over the country, even here in the Memphis and Mid-South area, to give your particular views on this particular subject. The number is area code 901-231-9239. 901-231-9239. How do you feel about the execution of Nathaniel Woods? Do you feel that it was just? Do you feel that it was unjust? Why is it that you think that the prosecutors did not listen to the fact that Mr. Kerry Spencer says, I shot. I shot all four of them. I killed them damn dead. All four of them. That Nathaniel had nothing at all to do with it. Hell, he ran. Do you think that his being present there made him a co-conspirator? Well, it wasn't even conspiracy. That he was equal, that the justice was administered justly to Nathaniel. Because Mr. Spencer apparently gonna die too. He's on death row. Okay? The lines are open 901-231-9239. And again, I have always been a proponent of the death sentence if it's carried out justly. If you're out here killing folk, then die. If you are bringing drugs into our community that is taking the lives of individuals, hell, I ain't got no problem seeing you dead.
Robert.
All right, Robert, go ahead.
Yeah, brother, I agree with you on that. As first thing, what you were saying about if it were done properly, if this it would be a deterrent to certain crimes. Now, what you asked about the prosecutor, most prosecutors, they do the death penalty, these high-profile cases or death penalty cases. They don't want to look like they messed up. So they're not going to listen to anybody because if they got a conviction, and if they get the conviction overturned or it gets slowed down, it makes them look bad. Because, some DAs run for, their office. They're elected to it. Mm-hmm. So one reason why they're not going to listen to anybody, I don't want you to prove me wrong. So let's go ahead and do what we got to do. But again, if the family felt like that, there was other evidence and this, that, another there, they could have gave it over to the Innocence Project. That's another group they could have dealt with. Or they could have just got their bonds together and in this whole time have him a lawyer, get a team together to get him, maybe get his conviction overturned or something like that. Go ahead.
He had an attorney. Okay? He had an attorney. They appealed all the way to the Supreme Court. They got a temporary stay in the execution, but in the death warrant, they had to kill him before midnight because the death warrant expired at midnight on the night of the execution. But I look at the factors behind it in that you've got the co-defendant, Mr. Kerry Sanders, who says, I did the shooting. I did it. Okay? Wasn't nobody involved in it but me. Okay, that's what Kerry Spencer, not Sanders, Kerry Spencer says, I did the shooting. I killed all four of the police officers. This man is 100% innocent. I think that the prosecutors, again, as you said, they've got a conviction, so now they want nothing overturned because to them, the only thing that is important is the conviction, not really justice.
Yeah, not justice. It's the win ratio. I got something to run on a campaign with. I'm tough on crime. But again, that's why I said for a lot of us, when it goes back to politics, especially in the black community, that's why we need to educate ourselves in the political process, because a lot of this stuff that's happening to us in court and the injustice that we receive is because just like we got Amy here, Amy Wyrie. We know what time it is with Amy. We know what time it is. But we can't get people here to understand that she needs to be removed. But black people still have that fear of white skin that they're not going to come out and say anything, or they're not going to unify to get certain things removed, or actually get a prison reform going on. And that's one of my main problems in our community. It's because we don't want to receive the injustice most of the time. There is no justice for us.
Well, when Amy Wyrie, who is the Shelby County district attorney, when she ran, she had really no real opposition. Okay, she had nobody. You had former Judge Joe Brown. He's a nut.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we know. He's struck out. We know that.
Yeah, I mean Judge Joe Brown that was on TV who ran against her is an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, so him running, there was no real candidate in the race that could defeat her. And you're looking at the prosecutor stays, the DA, district attorney, stays in office for 8 years. Okay?
Right.
That's an 8-year job. So we've got to put politicians rather, in place to defeat these people. We've got to start supporting people who have an agenda not to save black folk. If you black as midnight and your ass out here killing, then you deserve to die. Okay? But at the same time, blacks in this country have unjustly been the victims of capital murder.
Right. And the next thing I'm gonna say when they get on, like when you was talking about, we need to get our politics together. But here's the problem with us: most of our black politicians have white benefactors. We really don't. When we talk about we need to elect people in, those individuals that run for political office, they know that there's just a few nickels or dimes coming out of the black community. There's no real money behind them. Most of our black politicians have white benefactors. Most of their signs, most of their advertising, most of what they do is supported by white individuals.
Sure.
So if there is a black agenda that is coming out the community, that black politician's not going to carry it. I'm going to carry the agenda of the individual that is actually paying for my campaign to run, which is actually a white benefactor. So until we get it out of our mind, when we elect the individual, we want to be behind somebody. If you believe, like you said, if we believe in Willa Heritage, you need to put your money behind them. You need to put your body behind them. But all this sitting back, don't want to get into politics, don't understand politics, don't want to support the black person, you're going to get what you're going to get. Thank you, Thaddeus.
All right, brother, I appreciate your views on that. And I was looking and I was reading something here by a person here on Instagram, and you're talking about the injustice of the justice system, and they were talking about Zimmerman. Didn't the jury find him not guilty? So, under your Constitution, you're to be tried and convicted by a jury of your peers. So when you have people that are placed on juries that share the same views as the criminal, then that criminal is going to go free. When you deal with Zimmerman and his killing of Trayvon Martin, he was released because of a jury. A jury of his peers found him not guilty. Just like a jury of the peers of O.J. Simpson found him not guilty. All right, what's your view? 901-231-9239. 901-231-9239. What's your view on this so-called justice system? Is there a justice system or a just us system where blacks are the just us that always reap the negativity of the justice system? When we look at the history of blacks in this country, yes, all of us know that our history shows that the white man and the white man's system of justice is not fair or have not been fair to the black man. This has not come as a surprise. Your Constitution was not designed for the benefit of the black man. You're still, according to your Constitution, you're still 3/5 human. You're not even a whole man or a whole woman when it comes to your Constitution. Understand that this Constitution was not written for us, because at the time that all of your forefathers, and they got together with all men are created equal, that didn't include us, because we were not considered human. You were not considered a man. You were considered chattel. You were considered to be property. And in the mindset of many now, that's in the justice system, that control the justice system, you're still that. You're still just a piece of property. And those of us who are black, that when we find ourselves in positions of power, that we forget who we're supposed to represent. We have very few representatives in this justice system that represent the good of black folk. Okay? We don't have it. We send black folk to various offices, political offices, and what do we reap the benefits of? I'm looking at this presidential election, and my prediction is that Donald Trump will be the president another 4 years. That's just my prediction. I don't think that Mr. Biden can win. I don't think that we have to just support Biden because he's running against Trump. Is he the right candidate for us? What is the black agenda that Mr. Biden has for us? Now, if Joe Biden chooses Michelle Obama and Michelle Obama accepts, we understand that the only reason that she's on the ticket is because her husband was Barack Obama, and that black folk hailed him as the most progressive president we ever had. But then again, I ask you this: what did black people in this country really achieve under Barack Obama? Ooh. See, where your major political insight should be: who you sitting in Congress? Who you sitting into the Senate? On your local standards, who's your state representatives? Who's your state senators? Who are the people that we have that are creating laws? Damn the president. Who's your congressman? Who's your senator? What's their history? Many of you vote Democrat, and I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I think that the Democratic Party is a user of black people. Yeah. The Democratic Party does not give us an agenda. They just give you some EBT, some Section 8. They give you all the freebies, and because you are a freeloader, you love the free stuff, you attach yourself to the politics of this particular party, when if we are 13% of the entirety of the population of this country, then we should have our own party, the party of the people. We should be setting our own agendas and stating that if you cannot handle the agenda of black folk should not be voting for you. if in our local politics there is not a economic empowerment agenda. There is not an agenda to do away with plight and blight, to do away with poverty in our communities, to create better housing, to put hospitals in our communities, to put full grocery stores in our community. If there is no economic empowerment agenda, then why are we voting for folks? Well, I just don't want to vote for Donald Trump. Well, then what you need to do is find out and tell whoever it is, whether it's Biden or whoever it is, that you've got, if you want our vote, then this is the agenda of black folk. Or we just stay at home and don't vote. And you know, and let me give you a statement that I'm tired of hearing black folk dwell on. Your forefather died, so you have the right to vote. That's one of the most tired statements I hear. They didn't just die for you to vote. They died because they wanted to be free. That's what dying for the slave was all about. It was being free. It was not just so that you could go and vote. It was about you having the truth of being an individual, of being treated as a human being, not just about a damn vote. It's great to vote. I believe in the vote. I don't agree with the electoral process. I do know that many of the elections are rigged. We've had those issues right here in Memphis, Tennessee, where we've seen elections handled by computer hackers who changed the numbers. We've seen it happen here. But black folk have to create an agenda that demands that politicians follow these steps. Black folk need to come together and sit down and strategize on what do you want. Damn some old EB&T, the Eating Better Today card. Damn Section 8. What is it that is going to empower me to be able to buy my own this, that, and the other? That's going to take me out of a poverty mindset. What do I have to do to eliminate poverty? That's what this electoral process is about. Yeah, voting is important, but damn voting just to vote, and it serves you no purpose. That the person that you're voting for has not come to you and said, this is what I'm going to do for you. Let me tell you something. We all supported Barack Obama, but tell me what happened in this country that changed the lifestyles of basic black folk in this country because we had a black man that was elected to this particular position. And I agree with someone here that says, my life hasn't changed one iota on who is in office in my adulthood. Everything I've gotten was because I had to go get it. Mine too. Nothing. And I'll be 63 years old April the 1st. Nothing has changed in my life because of who was in office. Nothing. Everything that I've got, everything that I've accomplished, I had to go and get it. I give less than a damn about the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. See, black folks, you sit here with this mindset of somebody's supposed to give you something. You waiting for the free stuff. I don't feel sorry for your ass when you go out and have 29 babies and you think that the government is supposed to take care of your 29 babies. You want free health care. You want free daycare. You want all the cares free. You want a house for free. You want the van to pick up your children for free. Get up off your ass, close your legs. Quit screwing. Nobody owes you anything, and the black man in this country is in the position that you're in is because you've allowed yourself to follow the mindset that somebody is supposed to give you something. I'll give you something else. If y'all waiting for reparations to take place, it will never happen. Quit fooling yourself with reparations. It's not going to happen. Where the money gonna come from for your reparations? Damn, Thaddeus. Where the money coming from? Why are we sitting back as a people? You waiting for the white man to do something for you. Get up off your ugly asses and do something for your damn self. Your oppressor will never be your deliverer. You're waiting for the same man that put chains on you to free you? What kind of damn sense does that make? You my slave, but I'm going to free you and make you equal to the master? Bullshit. And that's the type of thinking, that's what we like in America. Y'all waiting for the great white hope. And it never comes. He keeps on fooling you. You my friend. I'm going to deliver you. They fool you into thinking that you're equal to them. They mess with your mindset. You always want to be the employee and not the employer. Your very income, your very lifestyle is dependent on that white man who tells you when you can take a break at work, how long you can go to and take your lunch. Master, can I go pee now? When are we going to create our own economic empire within our own communities? You too busy watching the Empire movie or the Empire picture. You're too busy watching it and not making it, building it your own empire. They give you these illusions of grandeur. They make you want to think that you're doing what you're not doing. I look at these young rappers who are out here flashing their gold, the big houses, and guess what? It ain't really theirs. You only have a few black artists out here that own their own stuff. But you got black guys who didn't graduate high school, some of them dropped off in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade. They can rhyme a little bit. can't read a damn thing, so they go get a contract, no lawyer. They go in there with the boys, they read it, we're gonna give you $10 million. Oh, $10 million. But you only gonna get 40% of the 10 million. We're gonna keep 60%. You get 40% of the 10 million. That's what your contract is worth. Your contract is worth $10 million. You get 40% of the 10. Now, out of your 40%, you pay the band, you pay the stage hands, you pay the engineers out of your 40%. When you on the road, you pay for this, that, and the other. And you end up, you barely done made $1 million, if that. You have not created your own. Now, the reason in a lot of instances that we have not created our own is because we as black folk don't want to see other black folk with their own. We are jealous, petty individuals that the white man has manipulated us into thinking that we are not supposed to have anything. We're not supposed to own anything. You're not supposed to be nobody's boss. You are always the good nigga that's a slave. And many of you have the good nigga attitude. That's all you want to be, is a good nigga. You want white folk to pat you on your head and say, that a boy. Oh, he sure is a good nigga. Yes, sir, boss, I shows is a good nigga. And what your good nigga gonna do, I'm finna go on down here in the break room and on the floor and hear what the other niggas be saying. And boss, I'm gonna come back and tell you what them niggas saying now, boss. That's right. Go on down now, Leroy. You's a good nigga. You ain't like the rest of them niggas. You come on back now and you let me know what's going on. Yeah, sir. I's a show's going to do it. I's a going to do. And you're going to hear your little, Massa, look, they finna try to put them a union together, Massa. Yes, sir. That's why I heard so-and-so say that they don't like what's going on here in the plant. Yes, sir. I told you I was going to come and bring you the news. And when the white man starts getting ready to change his policy and to eliminate somebody, the good nigga always goes. He can't trust the good nigga because the good nigga talks too much. But he knows that there's always another good nigga. He can always manipulate the minds of another good nigga because that nigga that is ambitious, who hates himself, and all he needs is to make 25 cents more an hour than you make it, he knows that I can take this nigga and I can manipulate him because he wants to be a boss. You want to be a boss instead of being a boss. And I can't stand that scary nigga. And if the word nigga offends you, turn off your damn TV, cut off your damn social media. I can't stand that scary nigga. That nigga that, see, a scary nigga is a dangerous nigga. Oh, he dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. See, that scary nigga will not only tell on you, he'll tell on himself. Yeah. That Negro that wants to be in charge of the other black folk on your job is the most dangerous Negro on the job. Because he's waiting to find something out to tell on you. That scary nigga. When you understand that in America, the white man is not in love with you. Are you saying all the white people bad? No. And I ain't saying all the Negroes good. Most of you is black folk, and Instagram be chiming out, you need to hear this. Let me take another commercial break, and we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you about your Negro friends. We'll be back right here in just a minute, here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. This water here is too sticky. The peaches is good, but it's dried up the back of my mouth. I need the wet flow.
That's just, that's not peaches, that's mango.
Is it?
I don't know what's different, that's what it's.
No,
always
it's the juice. It may be in my mouth. It's got that sweet, sticky taste.
I'm saying the mango may have been overripe, is what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, it's good. Who at the door? Listen now. Oh, it is almost 8 o'clock, isn't it? Who I got in my throat? I mean, what I got in my throat? Ooh. Mm. Iris, if you off Monday, Tuesday, I need you to come on by the church so you can help pack. Hey. Oh, I forgot. I ain't no real commercial right now.
See, you ready?
I forgot. I was not in a real break. What did I say after I come back home?
I thought you were gonna do phone calls.
Huh? What was I saying about the good niggas?
Ready? Right, and
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Glad to have you here on tonight. We were talking about the reason that the justice system can do to us what the justice system is doing to us is because we have no plan, we have no agenda, we have no real leadership in the black community. Now, when we look at what is happening to black folk and who's doing who to who, I bet 90% of you right now, if you took a survey, would say that most of your issues in life, most of what you're going on with right now, or what's happening in your life that's negative, is because of other black folk. Think about it. The reason that many of you are broke is because you're listening to other broke ass black folk. Y'all listen at broke black folk tell you how to make money, and they ain't got none. They don't own nothing. They have nothing going on. They don't want to see anything positive going on for you in your life. Y'all hang around the wrong black folk. You hang around black folk that ain't never going nowhere, ain't never been nowhere. They have nothing positive to say about anything that is going on in your life. And damn, they don't have anything positive to say about anything that's going on positive in their lives. Yeah. Yeah. And misery loves company. You get around somebody that's black and miserable, they want your black ass to be as miserable as they are. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't think that you're supposed to succeed. And long as we have this closed mindset, nothing can develop for us that is going to make us us that has something. We're economically deprived in our communities because we have not figured out how to make money. And let me go back to what I was saying about these rappers. But it's also with these blues artists as well. Here in Memphis, you've got a company called Echo Records. Blues singers are on this particular label. They don't own the publishing rights, the writer's rights, none of that. The owner of the label has that. These blues artists have to buy their own CDs. Okay? They buy their own CDs, but they want a record out so bad that they want themselves a master. I had a syndication company come to me over a year ago and wanted, and that's when the cussing pastor first got hot, and wanted to syndicate me. We're gonna give you a little money. We never did get to the bottom line of how much money it was gonna be. They'll come fix this for me, this Instagram thing. We never got down to how much monies it was going to be. Then they said, well, Mr. Matthews, we've watched your videos and we've watched you on the TV, and we think that you're an artist or you're a talent that can make our company a whole lot of money. Now, I listened to that. I listened to what the white man said to me in that statement. He said, I think that you are a talent that can make our company a whole lot of money. So I'm waiting to hear that I'm a great talent that can make me a whole lot of money. Now, Mr. Matthews, we don't want you talking about homosexuality. We don't want you talking about the gays. We don't want you calling them dykes, bull daggers, and all them other things that we've heard you say, sir. Yes, sir. We've heard you say those things. We can't talk negatively about the president of the United States. And that just, of course, so I asked the man, what the fuck you want me to talk about? Well, sir, this is entertainment. I said, oh, you want me to be one of them entertaining niggas. You want me to be the court jester. Now, Mr. Matthews, no. I've had money in my life. I've had a lot of money in my life. And then there are certain things about me that's not for sale. You're not going to control every facet of what I do. So you want to give me a script like I've seen you do some other blacks on TV and go from that? No. I'm not a buffoon. I'm not a clown. Can I be humorous? Yes. Can I be comedic? Yes. But I ain't gonna be that nigga that you can buy, Mr. White Man. I lived this long without, yes, I want it. Yes, I want the national scene. But you're gonna pay me, and I understand that if you're paying me a whole heap of lot of money, there are some things I may have to concede to. But I will not concede to their subjects that I can't talk about. I'm not going to concede to the fact you're gonna give me a script. I ain't that kind of nigga. I ain't for sale. And I did a show once, and maybe I won't do it again. How much is that nigga in the window? How much is it? How much is that nigga in the window? We've got blacks in politics in this community, and I'm sure you got them in your communities as well, that will do anything for a dime. I look at, there was some state legislators here, and I ain't got no problem calling the names. Shucks. I looked last week, or week before last, when Bloomberg came into this market, he went and found some state representatives that were hungry, who have an agenda for themselves. London Lamar, Touche Parkinson, Van Turner. You went and dug up former U.S. Congressman Harold Ford Sr., who needed a favor from Bloomberg because Harold Ford Jr. wants to run for the Senate out of New York. They come in here, they give you dollars, and you put a ballot together and tell black folk, this is the man to vote for. No, this is the man that paid you to get black folk to do what you want to do. We ain't talked about the stop and frisk. We never talked about any of the negative things that Bloomberg has done, but you want to come and tell black folk, this is the person that you need to. Damn these house niggas. Damn these Negroes that white folk can just buy and say, look, go out there and fool the rest of the good colors. No. We've got to wake up and we've got to unify. We've got to start thinking of an agenda for us. We have no real black solid leadership in this country. Okay, I didn't ramble on about a lot of things. Whether you disagree with me or not, it's up to you. Whether you agree with me or not, it's up to you. But I'm stating to you the reason that we are in an economically depressed time where we see guys like Nathaniel Woods who in the dope house instead of having their own houses, and you were seeing them executed. We are seeing the non-execution of economic empowerment in our country. I look at the civil rights movement. We march saying, wait a minute, let me read this somebody wrote. We got Al Sharpton here in New York City. He serves himself. How much is he? Al Sharpton ain't worth a damn. Okay? Al Sharpton ain't worth a damn. I've been in the presence of Al Sharpton on several occasions. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, these tired, ancient, antiquated Negroes are all about themselves. I don't mind you getting yourself a little something. But damn, can I get something too? You got the whole pie. Can I get a slice of the pie? Mr. Civil Rights Leader, let me tell you what the Civil Rights Movement did for black folk. It got y'all from the back of the bus. Y'all able to go and pee and do what the white folk do? You can get you some Miss Clairol and put it in your hair, you know, cause they fooled y'all and told you blondes have more fun. So y'all went and got y'all some blonde hair. You black as a night with blonde hair and some red lips, looking like a star-nated food. Yeah. What the white folk did from the civil rights movement was to economically empower themselves. White folk, white corporate America made itself bigger and richer off of the civil rights movement. Show you. Where is all of those black businesses that you had prior to the civil rights movement? At one time, we had hundreds of black businesses. Why? Because you couldn't go where the white folk went. So you had to have your own. But soon as the white man had his white folks meeting and decided, let's let these niggas feel as though they're free. It ain't gonna take but a little bit. Our stock in our companies are gonna go up. You've been wearing your black hair, your natural hair, black hair, you black hair. They put a slogan, blondes have no fun. You didn't want your black hair no more. You went and got you some blonde hair because the white woman says that she has more fun with her white hair. Yeah, you niggas wanted to be white. So you went and got you some blonde hair. Now, y'all got red hair, pink hair, and blue hair looking like a damn fool. You want your hair to match your clothes. You a damn fool. The white man used the civil rights movement to empower and to enhance and to economically empower himself. Damn, Thaddeus. Civil rights movement. We sung that old tired ass song. I hate it too. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. What day? Someday. We never said that we're going to overcome today. It's always someday, and someday never comes. Someday never gets here. You marched, but you did not march to get your real rights. I'm talking about economic. You didn't march to get no money. You just wanted to be equal with the white peoples. You wanted to go where the white peoples eat. You want to eat where the white peoples eat. One of the greatest mistakes that happened to us in our school system was integration. I want my children to go with the white people's school. I graduated from school 1973, the year that integration, busing started here in Memphis. See, I'm not a Johnny come later to this thing here. I led the first student walkout, 1973. 1973, prior to that, I was a student at the Manassas High School, home of the Gold and Blue Tigers. That was in the community that black folk went to, that great men and women had come out of, where we had men teachers and coaches that will put their foot in your ass and on your neck if you disrespected a female. You got to understand that there was a time we had real black men that would stand up and be real. Coaches that'll put your ass up in a locker and close the door. You're not going to disrespect. You're not going to be disrespectful. This was prior to the time that you Negroes were walking around with your ass hanging out on your pants. Yeah. School. Then you had groups like the NAACP, the Urban League, that wanted integration to take place. Here I was telling the Lord of voices in there. Here I was in a school, in a black community, totally black community, with a whole lot of standards. And all of a sudden, you telling me I gotta go to school with the white folk. That Manassas ain't good enough for us no more. We gotta go to Fraser High School. Got to Fraser High School. Had to get on one of them yellow buses. Went to Fraser High School. I remember back then, there was a trend out in '73 with the black girls. They were wearing, for some reason, blonde streaks in their hair. You remember out there? You weren't even born then, was it? Okay.
I was 1.
You was 1 year old? Okay. You probably didn't have no streak in your hair. They changed the rules at Fraser High School. You couldn't be no cheerleader if you had a streak in your hair. They changed the hours of practice for the pep squad because you was black and you didn't want to be in Fraser as a black child that time of day. And here was they're right around the corner from where your mama lived now. Then I guess the insult that came to me, 2 insults. All of the black children, when we go into what you call it, the auditorium for study hall, the blacks were placed at the back of the auditorium. And this is 1973. And all of the men teachers stood in the aisles and all around us because I guess they thought we didn't know how to act. But they didn't surround the white children. Then we had to get ready to vote for student council representatives. So I thought I'd run. I was articulate in '73. And I started telling them about there were some things that we need to change here at the school. Well, it came time to vote. They charged everybody a nickel to vote. And they charged us a poll tax. Listen to me and know your history. I just happen to be one of them little smart niggas. My folk had made me do some reading and stuff. I'm thankful now that they had me reading when I was 5 and 6 years old. They put it on paper, poll tax. Can't do that. If you don't like me, husband, get your black ass off my damn page. This is me. If you don't like it, get your funky ass off my page. That's it. I'm me. I ain't trying to be like your pastor. So if you don't like the way I speak, get your ass off the page. That's real simple. Poll tax had been considered illegal and done away with in 1963. You couldn't charge folk to vote. And here I was at this white school, and they were charging a poll tax. Well, I cried foul. They said, you're being disruptive. I said, but sir, and I'm being respectful, you can't charge a poll tax. You can't use the word poll tax. So you're telling me that a student that may not have a nickel can't vote. You can't vote? So I said, this ain't right. So students, you don't take a little to get some of us ready to fight. So some of the students got disruptive. I wasn't disruptive at that point. So the white children resented what I was saying. And I told them that you all are discriminating. I was a trumpet player at Manassas. Had my own trumpet. I played first and second trumpet. I come to your school, you want me to play third and fourth trumpet and use my trumpet. Hell, I knew I could play. Can't blow nothing now. At least not no trumpet. Fine, because I took my trumpet and said, hell, I ain't got to be in the band. Their green uniform was as pretty as my gold and blue that I wore in Manassas. So we had a walkout. First time I was ever on TV. Channel 5, 1973. Ooh, we didn't have no cell phones back then. My auntie that was raising me saw me on the TV. I said, look, it's going to be hell to pay the captain. I don't want to get my ass tore up. I done just disrupted the whole school. We was rioting and fighting at the school. And let me show you what white folks did. They had me all in the newspaper, 1973, for leading a protest and leading a disruptions too. So they went and said, I need to go see the psychiatrist. This is God's honest truth. They called me and said, we having the psychiatrist come out here and talk to you. Never will forget the man's name, Curtis Dillyhunt. Last time I heard, he was at Memphis Light Gas and Water. He may be dead now. So Curtis Dillyhunt came into the office. And had a couch. I didn't lay on no couch because he was a little red bone, looked like he was a little funny or something. Curtis Dillyhunt did. He looked like, he might try to molest me or something, reach his hands in my pants or something. Curtis Dillingham. And I sat there. He asked me my name. You know, I wanted to tell him you got it there on the paper. Then he says, "You an angry young man. Do you like your mom?" And I cussed his red ass completely out. I said, hell, they can throw me out of school anyway, so let me get everything that I want to call him out. I created some new cuss words that y'all still use today. They tried to put me out of school. Superintendent of schools at that time was a guy by the name of E.C. Stemberg. They suspended me, tried to put me out of school, but Candy, bitch, bye. You off my damn page. You gonna be all right too, bitch. You gone. Now let me share what the mindset of the white folk was. They wouldn't let me go back to Manassas. They sent me over there to that school called Northside, some stuff. But I ended back over to Manassas because they didn't want me over there either. Here's the mindset of white folk then, saying, if you stand up and fight for your rights and what is really right, you crazy. 1973, ever forget how old I was? How old was I in 1973? There, you got to calculate. I was born in 57. How old was I in 73? Huh?
I'm doing it now.
You had to get a calculator.
Mm-hmm.
How old was I?
16.
Yeah, I was 16. I was a powerhouse and a warrior at 16. They thought I was crazy because I stood up for what I know was right. And I still today, much older than 16, I still believe in standing up for what is right, the raw, naked truth. And when black folk come together and say that we're going to fight for what's right, then we as a people will make it. Then we won't have to, see, when we come to understand some things, and I'm not telling you to hate white folk. No. No. I'm telling you to know their history. I'm telling you to know who they are. You need to know who these handkerchief head ass Negroes, these wallet carrying Negroes, you need to know who they are this time. That's the reason I call their ass out. Because guess what? You can't do nothing to me. You ain't got no power over me. Until we understand the enemy in our camps, we will always stay defeated. Which, whoever your name is, you've gone just on the principle. Until we understand who we are as a people, until we take the handkerchief head in our community, the cowards in our community, the sellouts in our community, until we take them and do to them what needs to be done, you'll never be able to stand up for the Nathaniel Woods of this world. Because the black leader, the black politician, is the most scariest sellout Negro that you're ever gonna find. We'll be back with more after these commercial messages.
Last 30.
How much more time I got?
30 minutes?
Abby, ready when you ready.
Well, give me a second to breathe.
So you took medicine last night and this morning?
You want you some Fatty Bear underwear? All you gotta do is go to the website, baby. We gotta get them other. All you gotta do is go to the website, baby, and make your order. NakedTruthLEM.com. The website will be changing. Well, hopefully next week. We'll have to get adjusted, for a minute. But all the information is the same. Church number is going to change. All that stuff is going to change. What were you saying last night? What did
I
you
was
say?
asking you about medicine. You're coughing. I don't like to cough. I was just asking you about your medicine.
What medicine?
Your medicine.
Only medicine I didn't take this morning because I knew it was gonna be dizzy. It's a fluid.
That's what it is. Okay.
Cause I,
Make sure you take it tonight, cause that's that cough.
I'll take that in the morning. If I take it tonight, I'll be peeing all night long. Every time I get into my good nod, you know how you get in your spot in the bed? Huh? You get in the bed and you find your spot. Then I get in my spot and then I gotta go pee. Then I gotta spend another 10 minutes finding my spot all over again. Yeah. Have you been there chilling? Sometimes I just be wanting to go ahead on pee in the bed.
Don't do that. Don't do
Like that thing they had when I was in the hospital.
that. A urinal. I thought
You
you
know-
took one home.
No, the thing that they hook
Oh,
onto
the
you.
catheter, oh.
Yeah, you put it around your little thing, and then you just
Just go for the flow.
go.
No. You did take a urinal home, but I don't know about a catheter.
And most likely in the new church, I ain't gonna have no bathroom in my office.
I don't know, you might.
Was it like an office?
Mm-hmm. And the reason I said that, cause it's like, separate areas.
I just paid today. I need some hunch punt and some erector. I ain't got no hunch punch no more, but I got it's called the bedroom therapy now. To make your stuff hard. Okay. All right, come on. Straight mobbing, if you got some money, just, you gotta get a minimum of 3. Just cash out the money. $ Naked Truth Ministries, give us an address and I'll send it out. Okay?
Alright. You ready now?
Wait a minute, let me see where I'm gonna come from. Hell, I don't know, we just let it roll.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Ain't nothing like this, man. Nowhere on TV. And I invite you also. Ain't nothing like the way I play the blues each and every morning, Mondays through Fridays, from 6 a.m. until 9 Central Time. Grown Folk Blues. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Area code 901-231-9239. Okay. Area code 231-9239. You got some comments that you'd like to make about what we have discussed here on tonight. Please feel free to do just that. 901-231-9239. Okay? Baby, what's a good, who is this? What's a good hotels in Memphis? Do I look like the Chamber of Commerce, sir? It's a whole lot of them here, man.
Daddy, this is to accept, press 1.
No, no, no.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Go ahead, ma'am. Who is this?
Am I trying to get to Stannis Matthew? Am I getting in touch with him now?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me talk. Oh, let me talk with him now.
Ma'am, you're talking to me. What you want? What does she want?
I don't know, but she hollered.
Did hope that nobody kill him.
I hope that nobody killed him.
Jason.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
Wait a minute.
call from.
Wait a minute. I'm
To
going to.
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Go ahead, Jason.
Good evening, how you doing? This is Mr. Matthews.
I'm doing great, brother. Go ahead.
Well, I think that capital punishment, the way they feel they got it justified, it was justified because he was actually in the house.
Mm-hmm.
No matter once he set the stage, he could have ran down or got away. It wasn't gonna matter. It was over with.
So he becomes a contributing factor to the death? Or, now, but let's look at it though. I hear what you're saying. But let's look at it this way. If I'm in the house with you, and I don't know you finna shoot, hell, I'm gonna run anyway. And they said that he was running. He was trying to get away. So, do we say that even though he didn't pull the trigger, he did not shoot any of the officers, yes, he was there. Do we say that he is as guilty as the shooter?
That's what they said. That's the only logical that you could draw out of it. Because they saying they got to be friends. It ain't no way he didn't stop it.
Well, hell, if you got an assault rifle and you just pull the trigger, there is no way to stop it. Well, hell, I'm trying to get my ass out of there.
I would love to get in one of the little rooms to hear how they presented their case to find him guilty, and he never fired a bullet.
It's up to a jury, the jury of your peers. The jury found him guilty. Now, he also had inadequate counsel. He had an attorney who had never tried a capital murder case. But you know, everything we're saying now is really after the fact and don't make no difference because he did. But
Yeah.
what happens the next time? Thank you, brother. Here.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. 901-231-9239 is the number. 901-231-9239. What's your thoughts on tonight as we are in the wind down of the show on tonight? 901-231-9239. Let's go to Waterbury, Connecticut.
George.
To accept, press 1.
Go ahead, George.
How you doing, Pastor?
I'm doing fine, sir. Cut, whoa. Cut that thing down. Cut your phone, sir. Cut your phone down. Or whatever it is that you're listening to. Cut it all the way down.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I'm flying into Memphis. I'd like to meet you. I want to know where's a good spot for me to go and get a drink, get some
So why are you calling me in the middle of my show for that?
Hey, you're the man that I heard that you find out about it.
Sir, you have to find your own girls.
Oh, you can't help me with that. Okay.
No, sir, that ain't my mission. My mission
Okay.
is not to find you no girls. What you come to Memphis for?
I got some people I need to see down there, some family.
Okay, well, but you know, you gotta find your own girls. Your family don't know where to find you no girls at.
No, I mean, we watch your show and you talk a lot about the women, so I figured you know.
Well, I mean, they ain't gonna like you.
They ain't gonna like me.
No.
You never know. I mean, I'm just as smooth as you are now.
I doubt it, but what you got to offer a woman?
Hey, listen, I own my own construction business. You know, I keep money in my pocket.
Do you? Well,
Yes, sir.
you better watch yourself in Memphis. You go to the wrong place, you won't be able to construct nothing no more.
Well, you got a spot that you can name that I can go to?
What kind of entertainment you like?
Hey, I love blues and jazz. I like to sit down and have me a good drink.
Blues and jazz.
Yes, sir.
One of my spots. If you like young girls or older women.
Hey, I like them, mid-age. I don't like them too old. I don't like them too young.
You like them what?
Mid-age.
I don't like them too old and I don't like them too young. I like them middle-aged.
Middle age.
Yes, sir.
You may need to go out to the senior citizens place or something. What?
I don't want to go out there now.
Okay. Well, I don't know. When you get here, your family probably can tell you some nice places to go.
Well, I'll be flying in there tomorrow around 3 o'clock.
Okay. Well, fly on in
Anyway,
here.
it was good talking to you.
Well, thank you. So you coming in for a funeral?
No. Just some family stuff going on. I'm coming down.
What's going on? What's going on in your family? Huh?
Well, there's a little beef going on that was, between my sisters and my other brothers about some money, and I just got to settle some things.
Somebody done. So somebody in your family done died.
No, they're about to though.
Oh, you got somebody in your family fitting to die, and they arguing about the money before the person died.
They argued before the press left sleeping. They argued before the press leaving.
So wait a minute. Is this ain't like your mama or your daddy, is it?
No.
But it's somebody finna die that's got some money, and y'all arguing over the money.
They already acting up. I got my money. But see, when the kids start acting up, they start acting crazy when they think there's a little bit of money, but what they're finna find out is that they know that they think it is.
So do you have the power of attorney?
Yes, I do.
Now you know the power of attorney ain't no good once they die.
Once you die. Yeah, I know once you die.
Yeah, so you whatever you gonna do, you better get on here before they die, and go and make
That's
this.
what I'm coming.
Yeah,
That's why I'm coming tomorrow.
yeah. You better get here before they die, and change some things, man. Cause once they die, the power of attorney ain't no damn good. So.
No, I know. I've been through it already.
Yeah. When they die, what funeral home they going to?
I don't know yet. There's some paperwork there that I got to look at, so I'll find out as soon as I
Yeah. If they die while you're here, call E.H. Ford Mortuary. He the best.
Okay, she's for.
Yeah, E.H. Ford Mortuary can make your people look just like they sleep.
I appreciate that, Pastor. I will keep in touch just in case I can't get a hold of that.
Yeah.
For.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
All
Hope you have a good time while you're here in Memphis. Yeah, they arguing before the folk die. That's what good color. That's what them colored folk do.
From Betty Maxwell. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, Betty? What's on your mind, Betty?
Oh, you doing it tonight?
Well, thank you, Betty.
I'm enjoying it tonight, boy. You
Thank you, Betty.
Yeah.
Where you calling me? Where you calling me from, Betty? Huh?
That's my style.
What's your style, baby?
That quartet.
That who?
Quartet.
That quartet, baby.
Quartet.
Watching TV.
Oh, baby, you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You watching the TV show? That
Yeah.
I'm on a whole. See, that's a recorded show that I recorded the other night.
Really?
Yeah, I'm.
Well, baby, I love that.
So you watching a show that I've already recorded? What quartet
That's
you?
all right. I'm enjoying it.
What quartet you like?
I like all the old quartets.
Yeah, you
I
know.
like them all. You remember me? The lead singer for the Maxwell thing?
No, baby, I don't remember you. What did y'all used to? Well, I don't. What did y'all used to sing?
You know, my dad used to play that guitar like Robert Baker tell heaven I'm coming home one day.
Give me a verse of what you used to sing.
Okay, fellas, I just want to let you know I enjoyed your show.
What didn't you say you was the lead singer?
Yeah, I was.
Well, let me hear a little bit. Set my soul on fire before you go. I don't believe you can sing.
I'm gonna call you another night, Thaddeus.
All right then, Robert. I mean, what's that? Betty.
You know Tan and the violinist.
Yeah.
I'm my mama.
You Tan's mama?
Tan's mama, yeah.
You know, I broke their record years ago. Brighten up in the darkest night.
Darkest night.
Yeah. That's when she was married to Robert Bowie.
Rob Boyd.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Okay, Thaddeus.
All right, baby. Bless your heart now. Bless your heart.
All right. Bye-bye.
She looking at the show I cut, what, night before last? With the quartet singer. Quartet singers having a convention here in Memphis. All right. 901-231-9239. How many minutes I got left, T? 7 minutes. Y'all better come on and get it right quick.
Phone.
Hey.
To accept calls.
Wait a minute.
To accept, press 1.
Go ahead, Gene.
Talk to me. Just stand and talk to me.
Well, baby, what you want me to say to you, baby?
Daddy,
What?
man, you are getting down with this old lady tonight. You gonna make me cry. You hear me? You hear me?
What you gonna cry for, baby?
Because you are doing it, baby. This is the right thing to do at the right time, okay?
See, this reason I don't like this
Okay.
tape stuff. You done got happy at the house. You done got happy at the house listening to that show.
Yes, I have. Yes. Keep on keeping on, okay?
All right, baby. Thank you.
Love you. Keep it on.
Yeah, baby. Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm.
And these callers are listening. See, this reason I hate taping these shows. Because they're listening to show I did several nights ago that got a little churchy on there. What?
He had to see what was going on TV.
TV. Oh, okay. I was in it that night, boy.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
Oh, yeah. It was doing them Dr. Watts and all that. I'm looking at it on the TV. Okay, the number is up. That's the reason they're calling me. All right. I'm looking at the show from the other night. Yeah, okay. No, she wasn't drunk, Selena. Thank you.
Crying.
Yeah. That was moving. That was a moving,
He said,
huh?
all the folks in the senior citizen home call your numbers, right?
All the folk in the, that's all right. y'all gonna let the senior citizens call. You know, see, if you keep on living, you're gonna be a senior citizen. I done got to be one now. They'll just keep on. Few more rising and sitting in the sun.
From.
Yes, my name's Patricia Basket.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Go ahead, darling.
Yes, I'm enjoying your show.
Which,
You playing the gospel songs and they sound so good.
all right, baby.
And so I
Which-
hope you
which-
have a good night.
which
I just
song?
wanted to let you know it.
Which song you enjoying listening to on there?
One that you just got through singing.
Which one was that?
One that you said that, I know the Lord, and she was saying what she know about him, and when she sleep, and he there for her, and I'm enjoying all of them.
All right, darling. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a good night.
I don't know what song that was. Well, I don't know what song that was.
I didn't either, now you're looking at you.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, these shows are now taped. Last Friday was the last live show. Comcast decided they didn't want to do the mechanics of keeping all of these shows live. So these folk are looking at my show, because this show probably will not air for a couple of days. And they're looking at the show, because I'm looking at it on the other monitor, and I guess I was clowning that night, wasn't I?
Yes.
I was off into it. I was feeling all Sunday morning-ish.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I did. So, how many minutes I got left? I forgot about calling that other guy.
No, you ain't have enough time. huh?
I ain't got enough time. I'll get to him another night. That'll be fine. I got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get out of here, but we've had an interesting conversation. And I guess when this show is on, and I'm taping because I'm taping at the same time that I was going live, and the number is up on the other show that I did from the other night. All the people know is, I guess, y'all need to put on there pre-recorded. But it ain't gonna make no difference on Aunt Hager's children. Aunt Hager's children ain't gonna see the pre-recorded. All right, it's time for me to get out of here. Thank you so very much for being here and being a part of this particular show on tonight. I thank you so very much. Join me again tomorrow night. We'll do it all over again. Until we meet again, top of the evening to you. All right, those of you just watching on social media, join me Sunday morning. Probably gonna be my last Sunday in that building. All right, so join me Sunday morning, Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Millerton Road, for the very last time. Hopefully I'll have some good news on tomorrow. If I do, I'll let y'all know when I get keys in hand. Shabba dabba doo. Good night, y'all.